Yeah! I'm ready, baby!
Yo, what's up? What's up? Lethal
Hey.
Fridays.
Lethal Friday.
Lethal
Yeah.
Fridays. Get
Oh, yeah.
ready. Yeah.
Guys, I have a sad announcement. I
Oh
forgot
no.
to do the spirit fingers in my Black Phone review today.
Oh,
I forgot to do I was editing the video. I'm like, dang it, I forgot. Yeah.
man.
I'm so
I, re-
upset.
I remember
Unacceptable.
I remember there was one video, and I can't remember what video it was, but I was watching it, and you didn't do it. You didn't do your tagline, and I was like, wait a minute, what? He didn't say what? And I saw it in the comments. Someone else called you out on it. It was like, Jake, you didn't say you don't have any friends. You have horror movies, and I was like, wow. Now you know the tagline has really struck a chord with the populace.
It's crazy, man. It's people get mad if I don't do the fingers, if I don't say that, like people get mad. It's funny.
Oh my god, that's too funny. That's all right. All right. Well, hey, welcome to the live stream, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. We see all of you guys in the live chat, Jen and Jason and Val and Denisha. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna try to catch up to some more of you guys. We got Conrad saying, "Hey, Lethal, what's up, Conrad?"
Hey.
All right. Let's see. Jen saying everybody was awesome last night. Wish she could have been there for Craven's wonderful 5K celebration, which
Oh,
was a blast.
it was
Yeah,
so much fun.
absolutely. So many cool people jumping in. It was great, man. It was great. Extron, what's up, Extron? Carrie's in the chat, and Bob Hunt himself, the Bob Hunt. What's up? What's up? Nice to see you, man.
Hey, Bob.
All right. Jason. God, I tell you, I don't know how he does that stuff, man. Where with the songs,
I
he just
know.
he just spits them out like it's gravy. I love it. I love it.
Jason was fabulous last night on the live stream. By the way,
Yes,
so
I
cool to
saw
meet him.
that.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
great.
absolutely. What's up, Gory? Gory is in the chat. Yeah,
Corey. Hey,
my
hey.
horror
What up?
sister.
What
What's
up?
on? Heather's in the chat too.
What's up, Heather?
Let's see. Katie's in the chat.
Katie.
Um, Jason saying, Jake, it was a great review. Can't wait to see it. Yeah, man.
I appreciate that, Jason. Thank you.
Patrick's in the chat.
Or
All
will
right.
he?
Or will he?
That's all I'm
Oh,
gonna
really?
say. Ooh.
Oh. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
We
All
actually
right.
kicked Fate out of the collective today. Yeah, he's done. We
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know,
he
the
just
big
doesn't he doesn't like Halloween Kills, man. Had
He
to kick
doesn't.
him out, you know?
We had to
Yeah.
draw the line. 'Cause if you're going to say that
Yeah.
about Michael Audrey Myers, we're going to take you to task. All right. You know what's up. What's up, Zoe?
Hey,
Zoe's
so
in the chat. Gory saying, I'm sorry I missed it, Steven. I crashed on the couch after work, but I'm so happy for you.
aw,
Congrats on 5K.
thank you so much, Gory. Appreciate you
All
so
right.
much. Can't wait for
Yeah.
tomorrow night. Ooh, it's
Right?
almost here.
Ooh, yeah. Do you wanna talk about that real quick, Steven, while we're on that?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
So tomorrow night, guys, if you haven't heard yet, tomorrow night at 9:30 Central Time on my channel is the People versus Stu Mocker. And it is something that Knight is a part of, Gory B, several others, Jack Stannis, the Bearded Entertainment, Destin
Mm-hmm.
from Destination Station. And we are all coming together to present to you a virtual performance theater. I don't know what you quite want to call it, if it's theater or not, but something like that. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just something you have to experience. You can't even describe it. It's
That's
going to be
right.
something that we're going to talk about, and explore the evidences of Stu Mocker. It's the biggest deep dive that I've ever seen done on behalf of the character of Stu Mocker. So if you're not on that Stu train, come watch. If you're on it, come watch it. And you know what? If you're in the middle and if you're not sure, like Jake was a couple months ago, he's firmly in on the train now.
Mm-hmm.
But before, I would say, come on, guys. You guys got to come check it out. And then you will be the jury in the live chat. You'll be the jury. You'll get to vote on whether you believe that he is in live or he's not, based on the evidence presented before you. And you'll
Mm-hmm.
even have a chance to submit super chat rebuttals and objections, which the panel, come on, Jake, get it up. The panel will have to address.
Oh,
Oh yes, live, baby, live on the fly.
oh,
So
it's gonna be
and
tough.
Live.
it's
Yeah,
gonna be
right?
amazing. There it is, right there, guys. Tomorrow
Look at that.
night. Tomorrow night. Please
Very
come.
cool.
Share on your social media. I've put it out on Twitter again earlier. Tag Matthew Lillard and Guy Busick.
Tag Matthew Lillard. Hell yeah.
I've tagged him. Oh yeah, man. I'm tagging him on every post. Let's let him know. Keep reminding him to show up.
Yeah, baby.
And that would be pretty amazing. So
Awesome.
be there.
Be there or
Be
be
there.
square.
Or be Lemon Square.
Oh,
See?
And those taste like ass, as Gail would say. So,
do.
if you don't mind, I'm going to shamelessly promote something as well, and then we will actually get to collective talk. So we got to kind of ramp it up a little bit, waiting for Mr. Fate Decided. Although we kicked him out, that's still canon to this live stream. I did just start a second channel called Movie Smoothie, where I will be reviewing a bunch of other things other than horror. So go subscribe to that. Just called Movie Smoothie. Look it up. It's yellow. It's very, very yellow. You can't.
I'm going there right now.
It's
There
a
you
thing.
go.
Come on.
Night, you should put a link to it in the chat. Night in the live chat. Let's put a link into it.
Yeah,
Movie
I'll do that.
Smoothie.
Yes, and if you're absolutely like, I have no idea how to get to that, you can just go to my channel. It's in my channels section. The dogs are very excited about it as well, as we can hear. I'm just kind of talking about everything else I see. Basically, that's in theaters right now. It's exciting. It's exciting stuff. So go check that out. I'm already at like 120 something subscribers. So I just started posting over there. So
I'm not finding it. It's not coming up. My search engine.
If
Movie
you-
Smoothie.
if you filter it by channels, it should be one of the first things that comes up.
Okay, let me try that.
Right.
Let me try it. Channel. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, the big disgusting yellow blood splatter.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
You can't miss it.
Dude, that looks like some kind of bodily fluid on that. I don't think I don't know, brother.
It's smoothie.
Oh.
It's
Oh,
smoothie.
it's like a smoothie
It's smooth,
spilling
baby.
over the cup. Okay, I got you. Well, whatever
Or
it
is
is, I just exactly. I just subscribed right there.
Yeah.
126
I got the link in
subs
there.
now.
Nice.
Let's
go. There you go.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Let's go. Let's go.
That would be fun if I could get that
And-
second channel monetized too. So.
Yes.
and I want to say I'm very excited for you doing that, Jake, because we've had many conversations where we've dreamed the dream to be able to talk about things other than horror. And now you, Jake, you have taken the first step into a bigger world, and I am proud of you.
Oh, thank you so much, Knight. I
dude.
appreciate that. That was so epic. I needed like some Lord of the Rings music over that or something.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what I was
something.
thinking of.
Yeah, man.
Very cool. Very cool.
Nice. I wish you the very best, my friend. Let's get you to 1K, man. Let's
Thank
go.
you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
But you can only get to 1K after the Lethal Collective gets to 1K. Or it's 650. Come on, man.
I guess it's a race now. I mean,
He'll start doing videos where he's like, "Man, I'm almost caught up to the collective. I can do
yeah.
this. I can do this."
Oh, I guarantee it.
He's like, "Wait a minute, you're in the collective."
4 videos a day, just grinding it out, like constant content to get there. But hey,
man,
we're at
whatever
653.
653, man. Right here.
Hey, we're getting somewhere.
Absolutely.
Getting somewhere.
We are, man. We'll bust through that ceiling. We got ideas. We have a
lot of ideas. Yes.
Denisha's in the chat saying, Craven had a blast last night. Night Watch Zone. I was so glad I met you yesterday on the live stream. Yes, I was glad to have met you too, Denisha. It was very cool seeing all those great people, you included. Very cool. Very cool. Conrad saying, I'm going to go see Jurassic World Dominion this weekend. Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I saw it. It was, well, I won't spoil anything. Yeah, very cool. Very, very cool. I like Scaries in the chat. What's up? What's up, brother? How you doing?
What's up?
Brandon in the house. Gory saying, join us. We have lemon squares. Yeah, we do.
Jake, real quick, I just want to let you know you're up to 131. So you're already gotten like 6 subs in the last 2 minutes.
Wow.
So let's go.
Holy crap. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
You're the best. Holy crap.
Very cool.
It's awesome.
Cool. Yeah, man. Jason just said, just subscribed. All
Thank
right.
you. Thank you.
Very cool.
I appreciate that.
And Jen is doing the work of the people, saying 23 in the chat and 18 likes. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Let's go. Do it. Don't make Jake start doing his dabs.
I'll do it.
He'll
Don't get me started.
Gory says, what are these non-horror things? Are they contagious?
Oh, that's funny.
That's awesome. Jason saying, man, Knight missed you on the stream last night by seconds. Oh, yeah.
Dang.
I saw that too, man. I was like, damn it.
So close.
But you did awesome, Jason. It was great seeing you up on the camera, man. It was really, really good. Cool stuff. Very, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. So, I mean, Fate's not here, so we pretty much have some freedom here. So, what?
We're not used to this.
I can talk freely. Wow. That's amazing.
Freedom. Okay, anyways. Anyways, what do we Jesus. What are we going to start with here? A lot of Scream news, Jake, and I know you were talking about there's literally stuff that's coming up every day that's on your mind, which is true, casting news, all this type of stuff. What do you guys want to start with?
I mean, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That is a whole peanut to crack open right there. Yeah. Man, I mean, it's like every day, it's like someone's either taking pictures of something or, okay, well, one dab for Friday. Yeah. Oh, okay. There you go, Jason. But man, I mean, it's like someone's taking a picture of something. We're finding out it's taking place on Halloween. It's holy crap. I mean, this week has been the cast members. It's been insane. I mean, I can't even keep up with it. My head's gonna just explode if anything else happens, I think. So I'm just really excited. Steven, how are you feeling about all this? Are you excited about the new characters and shit?
Yeah, I mean, I looked at those 4 new folks, and I did a video on them this morning earlier. Actually, I posted it. This will make you laugh. After the live stream ended, I went ahead and finished my video.
Good God, man.
I got it posted at like 4:30 in the
Iron
morning.
Man.
I think I got it posted, and so it's up right now. And basically, when I looked at all 4 of the actors, I was like, well, they're all dying. I mean, they're all going to die, and probably 1 or 2 of them is the killer, the most likely.
Right.
And most likely, we're looking at one of our ghosts, at least one of our Ghostface killers. And so I think, you got 3 there that are probably college classmates. You got 1 who's 17, which I believe Jack Champion. I think he's the youngest Scream actor that I can recall in a film. He's 17 in real life. So he's really young.
Wow,
and
yeah.
I think, and then you've got, and I'm butchering the names here because I'll have to get it on in front of me. But the next one is 21, and then the next one's 26, and then the oldest one is John Segarra at 36, and he looks like he could almost be someone's dad because he's 36, but he could be in his 40s if you look at him. Like you could totally believe he could pull off mid 40s, especially
He's been around the world.
Yeah, they gray his hair up a bit. You can all that, So what I don't want to see, and I know Jake, it's your fantasy to see, and you're longing to see, because you love Debbie Salt.
Oh my God!
And what we may be seeing here in Mulroney, right? Durant Mulroney, or I'm butchering the name, guys.
Dermot Mulroney.
Thank you, Dermot. Didn't have it in front of me. Him and this new guy, John Segarra, maybe we see the father of Richie, or maybe we see the father coming back for revenge of Amber's dad.
I want that to happen so bad.
Oh, I know
man.
you do. You're chomping for it.
I want an Altieri in this movie too, and I want that character to go, Richie's mother, like that, just at one point.
Richie's
father.
Father. Yeah, right. That's exactly. Man, if that happens, I will be so happy, man.
Yes.
God.
Oh, yes. But, look, in reality,
Jake starts throwing the popcorn out of his hand, like, dude.
I'll just
Man,
lose my mind in a movie theater, man.
I don't know if Jake would even show up on the Lethal Collective that day if that's what
Probably not.
happens, because he'll
Yeah.
be so disappointed. I doubt that's going to happen. They can't. Certainly they
No,
I
can't.
really don't think that
No,
it can't happen. I mean, come on.
no,
it can't.
right, right.
It can't. Well,
I know it's like, oh, I
ah,
don't think it can. Maybe there. Look, maybe he's just going to be a college professor, John Segara, and he'll be teaching class to Mindy or Tara, and
I
every time you say that, I keep thinking of John Cicada.
oh gosh, definitely a different
I'm
person.
sorry. Yeah, I'm just playing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
John
Go ahead.
Cicada.
I do want to point out though, I looked him up a little bit, and he plays the bad guy on Arrow. If you guys have seen that,
Oh,
Yes.
crud, I do. He was the
Yeah, he
bad guy.
does.
He's a villain.
so I mean, I don't think he's necessarily. He doesn't have to be somebody's father or anything like that. I mean, he's like 36, but I mean, like you said, Craven, he kind of looks like you can pit him either way. Like you can make him look
Could.
older or younger.
Yes,
I think
yes.
he has like a face where it's like, I could see it going both ways.
Yep. Me
So
too.
that's kind of why I said in my video, I was like, man, I'm out of all these new 4 people, if anyone's gonna die or be the killer, like he's probably gonna be the killer if I had to guess.
Yep.
So
Right.
Please don't tell me we're calling it on June 17th that we've already pegged
Wouldn't that really be something?
the mastermind.
Man?
Wait, we see the
seriously.
trailer. Oh my, come on. No.
God, man.
it's not gonna be that easy. I don't think though. It's not gonna be that. I mean,
Dude, it was Richie and Amber last time. I mean, Richie was the boyfriend, just like
Right.
Scream 1.
Well, so okay, some of us said Richie in the live stream before we all watched it, but do you remember I was all like, dude, it's gonna be Wes and Liv. I'm telling you. Like,
You
I'm
thought
like,
it was
it's
Liv, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought for sure. I was like,
Yeah.
Liv is too sus at this point, and no, she just
Yeah.
gets shot in the face. So
Right?
I mean, dude, anything can happen. That's what's so fun about covering a Scream film, man. That's
Yeah.
the best part of all this.
It's so true. But here's my question about it. I mean, obviously, we're talking about this thing, from A to Z. Do we think that there's a chance that the motive and the killer it might like blow our minds? Is there any chance for that? Like, and I don't want to. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm hoping against hope, and I'm naive and this and that. But is there any chance that when we see this movie, and probably at least two out of the 4 of us are going to see it around the same time when it's out in theater, is there any chance that we walk out of that theater like just waiting to text each other, or how we talk in our thread? Is there any chance that it could be like that? Can we give any hope to the Scream fans out there?
Yes, and
Okay.
okay, just hear me out. Hear me out real quick, and then I'll throw the beach ball to somebody else. But think about this: the first 3 movies are all kind of a revenge motive. I mean, for different reasons, but it's
Yes.
all kind of out of revenge, right? And then a lot of people have pitted 4 and 5, like the motives there. They're kind of similar. I think they're different enough, I would argue personally,
Yes.
but essentially 4 is like for fame, 5 is to create a new stab movie. So, I mean, there's a lot more. I mean, like, go back and read some, like, Agatha Christie novels or something like that. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, dude, there is some crazy murder mysteries that they could do. Like, that
Yes.
doesn't have to be a revenge motive. It doesn't have to be about fame. It doesn't have to be about the stab motives. There's so many different angles they could take a motive or killers. The big shock doesn't even have to be, oh, yeah, you totally got me. Had no idea who the killers were. It could be the motive. It could be like, oh, you were killing people for that reason? That's crazy. You know what I mean?
Right,
That's
right,
the
right.
motive is just as important as all that stuff to me, I say. So
That's a good point. It could, I think that would be a smart thing. And you mentioned Agatha Christie, and that's so funny because I was thinking those types of things too, whodunits, murder mysteries, and there's so many things that you could pull inspiration from to kind of guide you. Not necessarily saying you're going to copy it, but and we've talked about this before. If you can get a really good mystery, like a whodunit, if we can go,
Oh, yeah.
75% into this movie and have no effing clue, before we even start to come up with a clue, I would consider that such a huge victory, for a sixth movie in a franchise like this, where it's predicated on who done it, figuring it out, the mystery, the motive, and so forth. But I agree with you. I tend to look at it in a way where I'm thinking it's possible that we can have, if not our minds blown, then semi blown. You know what I mean? And that would just be so cool, man. That would be such a victory. I mean, that's what I'm hoping for the most, is that, I just leave the theater and I'm just like, wow, they did it,
I hope I
Yeah.
get semi blown at the theater too, man.
Right.
Oh. Oh.
But yeah,
Well.
what?
Wow, here's something. What was that? Let me. All right, I'll throw my 2 cents in on this. Get us back on
Yes.
track, Jake. I think that my hope is to be blown away. I'll be satisfied if I'm just surprised. I don't even have to go to blown away. Just a nice surprise would be wonderful. For me. And here's the thing. Please, Guy and James, brothers, in the writing, amazing writing field you're in, please don't make this about a stab movie or about trying to make another movie. Please, let's just have a motive like 2. There was no seeking about toxic fandom and making movies and trying to make them better. And I would actually prefer Stab to not be in this film. Like, not even a reference to Stab. I really do. I would like one movie off. Give us one movie off. Maybe bring it back in 7. But let's just get away from it, because it was so central to 5.
It was.
That was the main thing for Richie and Amber in 5 was the Stab. So let's kind of let's flip it and just say we're going to stay. We're not even going to talk about Stab. We're in New York. We're not in Woodsboro anymore. We're going to be, you know what I mean? So if they don't do Stab, I'll be happy. But I really want to be surprised, man. And I have to say this real quick. I'm not even going to be greedy and say 2. I'm going to be generous and say, give me one Ghostface reveal in costume, just one. Match what Wes did in 2, 3, and 4. We got one killer in costume, one not, and I'll take that. But don't do both without costumes. Let us see the mask taken off, and just have that moment.
Yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying.
There's a part of me that wishes that Richie was in costume when he got revealed,
Yes.
because I would, personally,
Yeah.
I wouldn't change a thing about the Amber reveal. I think that might be my favorite scene in the whole last movie. But the Richie thing is just kind of like, it's kind of just like, after you gave us like the Amber thing, which was so tense and crazy, and then he's just like, stab in the gut. Okay, well, whatever. Saw that coming. Yeah, I agree. I think that would be fun for the next movie if they did that in costume, just the mask taken off. Yeah, I want that.
Absolutely.
I do
Well,
too.
and kind of what you were saying too, Craven, because it made me think about how Scream 3, although, I know a lot of folks aren't really big on Scream 3. I really enjoyed it.
Love it.
But I think what was one thing that was kind of cool about it is it did have kind of like that different type of vibe, the different, it was obviously a different setting, a different type of feel. And I think that for me anyways, when I first saw it, even that was kind of cool. It was like, okay, we got a different setting, we got a different type of setup, and all that type of stuff. So hopefully with this being set in New York, and we're getting some ideas of the fact that it's going to be around Halloween, and all these different things, the possibility of an awesome chase scene or scenes,
Plural.
Plural. I mean, I think that it really could be a fun time. It
Yeah.
really could.
I
I'm
think it
hoping
could.
for it. I'm really hoping for it.
Honestly, I think they have to make it that way with the whole, with the whole Nev situation. Not that that's going to make them change the story. I'm not saying that, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying I think that I think they need to amp up whatever they've got on the script. Radio Silence just says, okay, how can we take this to 11? How can we just amp this more than, you know what I mean? And pull out all the stops so that after we watch it, and for those who are really diehard Nev fans or wanting her back, we'll miss her, but we'll be like, you know what, man, they really, for not having her, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, they really did a good job. And I hope that we have that discussion. I hope that's how we all feel, man.
Yeah.
And
I do too.
Guy and James, man, they're the ones that it's in their hands, because it's the story they're written, and then how Radio Silence brings it to life. But man, some of the images we've seen, they excite me. I talked about on Monday. And by the way, my connection in Montreal, he messaged me. And
Covert.
oh, Jake, hold on, no, don't get too excited. I don't know, nothing like Monday. I don't know if everybody will top that. And he actually told me in his email, he messaged me and said, "Man, I saw you guys reacting to that. He got him all excited." And I'm like, "This is what it's about right here." But he did mention to me though, he didn't go out yesterday for pictures because I think he said it was going to be a rainy day. But he might be getting out soon to take more exclusive pictures for me and send them to me directly. And once I do, I'll be letting you guys know, of course. But he did mention in his email that the filming, where they were filming at on those images, they've moved. They're all done. Everything's gone. And so they're going to their next location. Maybe where is that going to be? He's going to try to find it. Maybe it's going to be McGill. Maybe we'll start seeing them move on to campus, or maybe we're going to go to somewhere in downtown. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. But he's on the ground, keeping his eyes open to find the locations. And it's going to be. Oh, and one thing, did you guys notice the picture that they showed? It's been going all around. I haven't done a video on it, but he didn't send this one. It's been out by someone else that put it on Twitter, where it's a building front where Sam and Tara, you guys know what I'm talking about, are walking out on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Did you notice the name of the building? Like in the entryway, there's a big archway, whatever. And there's like on glass, there's a writing, there's a name. Did you guys see the name?
I made a whole video on that. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen it. Okay, it's Milton, right?
Yeah.
It says Milton.
Guess what the address is?
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah. Wes Craven's birth year. Yeah.
1939, dude. That is like,
man.
they're already
That's
putting
great.
the Easter eggs in, which I love. I love
do
that.
too.
That stuff I love all day long.
I do too, man, and that's awesome that they do that. I mean, it does show a level of care and love, for the Scream franchise, for the people involved, for Wes, and I do dig that, that is something that's really, really cool. I think just thinking about that as you guys were talking about it, and then it made me think about some things in Scream 5, and it's almost like, there were some issues here and there, but it still was a fun movie, and there were some great things in it, and I think they did a hell of a job. So I think sometimes you get so lost in trying to talk about a movie that you don't always see the great things or the positive things that you enjoyed,
And Steven, I know how you feel about it, but it's certainly, like, to me, it wasn't the worst Scream movie. Like, I mean, 2 and 3 have more problems, in my opinion. I rank those below 5. So,
yeah. Well, no, I like 5. The only thing about it for me is the rewatchability for me. For some reason, I've seen it 9 times and I've hit a wall, and I've not wanted to watch it again. And I just like the first 4, I still want to actively turn on and watch, and I do all the time. So I think for me, my biggest problem with it now, looking back, is it's just rewatchability. And again, it's just a matter of preference. We're all different.
Oh yeah,
That's
of course.
just for me. It's just rewatchable. It's not as much as the others. So, but
No,
I respect you, man. I respect a lot of wherever you guys put it. I think it's great. I love that we're all different rankings. It's great.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to say, like, another thing. I've seen, I've been reading all the comments. I'm sure you guys have been getting them too, about like how people are like, "Oh, this movie's gonna suck. Like, I'm so not excited for this and all that."
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, man, I don't know. Like, I'm still really excited for it. I mean, I think the whole situation with Nev sucks, like, obviously, but I think it's still, like, you have potential. Like, I really do believe that this movie has the potential to either be like the best sequel or the worst sequel. And to me, I don't know, maybe I'm fucked up, but that excites me.
Yeah. The all or nothing.
You know what I mean? Like, this is an all or nothing Scream movie. Like with 5, we were all kind of, in the dark about it. We have new people attached.
That's right.
It's got Kevin Williamson's blessing. Okay. But we were all kind of like, oh, this is going to be good. I'm kind of feeling it. The private chat right now is making me like absolutely die of laughter.
Let me bring him in, man. I wish people could have seen this private chat.
He's coming in hot. That's all I can tell you. Oh my gosh.
I guess we'll let you in today, Mr. Decided.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I gotta finish setting my. There you go.
Dude.
That private chat.
I'm like, I just gotta keep going. I gotta keep.
You did great.
Yeah. Thank you.
He did.
I was like, damn.
He was like, I'm here. I'm like, who this?
New stream. Who this?
New stream.
What's going on, fellas?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh man.
We're here. I had some stuff I had to take care of real quick, but it's all right. We're back. I'll tell you guys about it after, but yeah.
Okay.
I forgive you. You're cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
you're all right. You're all right.
Jake's got a new channel, by the way. He
Yeah.
Hey!
Jake channel.
Hey.
Hey.
All right,
What is it?
self promotion number 2, baby. Movie
Oh, we
smoothie.
already talked about it. Yeah.
I'm talking about it again. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's like, okay, Jake, shut the fuck up.
Hey, you're up to 136, dude. 136.
Ooh, see, every time you get a new like every time you bring a guest on, you should call it the blender. Like,
The blender.
so like
Oh, that's
my
great.
if I come on your
Shaking it
channel, it'll be called like it'll be like welcome to the blender stream, like
Episode 1, the
Yeah,
Blender, episode 2.
the-
I'm
Blender
stealing that.
I said it for you. That's why it's like I'm telling you, this brain is just incredible. I feel
That
so
brain, I'm
sorry.
telling you,
I
man.
feel so sorry for you mortals.
For you
Oh,
mortals.
my God.
Oh God.
Oh, God damn.
Yeah. But yeah,
Oh.
nice. Big congrats. Knight, Craven. Oh, Craven's got like 10 channels.
Right.
Me?
yeah.
No, you're the one that's got like
Yeah.
10, dude. I can't keep up.
But Knight's gotta you gotta get on a second channel.
Man.
Yeah.
I got enough going on with one. You never know though. You never know.
Yeah,
You know,
I would
so-
love it. I'm at 780 on As It Stands. Even if
Yeah.
you just want to support me, like even if you don't like sports and you just want to help me get to 1,000, I'm getting more than enough views. So like I can take a couple dead
You can take a hit?
subscribers. I get well because the problem is
I
like,
can
don't
take
want-
it.
I love
don't
this
want a
guy.
couple- I don't want like too many dead subscribers, but I'm getting enough views to where like if I had like 200 dead subscribers, it doesn't matter. So subscribe to Movie Smoothie and subscribe to As It Stands. That'd be awesome.
I just subscribed with Movie Smoothie to all your
thank
channels.
you.
So, yeah. I
Love
got
Thank
you.
you.
man.
Yeah,
I
appreciate it.
Hey.
I was the first on the collective to subscribe to Jake. Okay, I just want to say.
Wait a minute, maybe not, man, because Jake, you friended me on Instagram, and as soon as you did that, I went right to your channel. I was
When
like,
was
yeah.
this?
Oh.
When was this?
When was
He's like, when was this night? Huh?
It was one week ago at 2:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Really?
I'm
Well,
not joking.
I
I don't remember.
It was at like 2 a.m. when I followed
was
like all you
late.
guys like super
Yeah.
late one night. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Let me see if
Anyway,
I'm
back to the
subscribed.
discussion.
Let me see here.
Wow, crazy.
No, let me see, because I think, oh, dude, I'm not subscribed. Oh, hold on a second.
What
Hang
are
on.
you
Yeah.
doing?
What am I
Jake,
doing?
What are
Okay.
you doing?
Jake
Bro, you're
just said it
781.
here.
There you go, 781.
Hey, there we
There you
go.
Hey,
I'm subbed to you now, brother.
thank you. Oh, you weren't subbed to me? I thought we were talking about Jake. Wow, I need more. Wow.
No, I thought I'd subbed to your like it
was
stands thing
awesome.
like weeks ago,
was-
and I'm like,
Great.
I said, let me
like,
double
oh,
check, and
man.
I'm like, not subscribed. I'm like, what?
Oh Lord.
So
I am-
as it
I am
stands, and
torn.
Smoothie King are over here. You guys,
King, oh my
I've got
God.
I got both of you subscribed to both
you
you
call it?
guys. Smoothie King. That's what I'm gonna start calling. What's up, Smoothie King?
I'm gonna
What's up,
refer
King?
in my videos on that page. I'm gonna refer to myself as the Smoothie King now.
You should.
You should.
Dude,
I am the Smoothie King. Yes.
you know what you
Everybody
should do? Like you should do a live stream on that channel. You should do a live stream on that channel where you like Fruit Ninja, where you're just cutting.
Bro, I
fruit,
should call it the
answering
blender. I
Yeah.
just came
Oh
up with
my
that.
God.
Oh, brilliant idea. I never heard of it. I never would have thought of that, bro. That's amazing.
Yeah, you are something else. I swear.
Wow, man.
But you should
He's
do
like,
live-
how have you survived this long without me?
you should do like Fruit Ninja where you like slice the fruit. So like you should just like have a stream where like every time you get a super chat, you like slice a watermelon or you like slice
my
a strawberry.
God.
Oh, that'd be
Oh
awesome.
my
Yeah, I mean,
God.
Play the
told
clip.
you. See?
Yeah.
Oh
Record
my
yourself
God.
cutting
Well,
fresh fruit.
I need
With
an
a butcher
intro.
knife.
I need an intro, so maybe I do like a Fruit Ninja themed
Yes.
intro or something. That could
There
be
you
cool.
go.
Yeah.
Throw them in a blender.
You should have somebody, like it should be your face. Like you should have like a smoothie like in a blender with your face, and then as it blends, you just start going around and then dissolve.
Oh my gosh.
What is going on? I want to see
Dude.
this so bad.
Oh man, I have so many ideas. Because I'm already like, so Matt, the guy that does like all the graphic design
So-
across the page for like my page and shit.
Dude.
But I've been talking to Matt about intros. I'm like, dude, I gotta get something. Like I called him the other day, and I'm just like, hey, so I just started a second channel about like I'm just gonna do like movie reviews and stuff. And I need something smoothie themed for the intro. And he's like, what? Like I need a little more context than that, bro. And I'm like, I don't know, just find some like clip art of some fucking like smoothies in a blender or something. I'm like, he's like, all right, I'll try. I don't know what I can find, but so that's
man.
funny.
So, all right, I got a
funny.
question for you. So, what's your tagline? Is it instead of friends, I have smoothies, or is it instead of friends, I have fruit?
Oh jeez.
Instead of-
and then he like eats an apple. He takes a bite out of an apple.
There you go. Yeah, he grabs it and just like takes the bite.
He just got his intro. It's just like, hey, welcome to Movie Smoothie, where I'm a fruit.
Oh jeez, man. Oh my god, oh man, I don't have the clip. I had a clip that would have been perfect for that.
Dang.
Oh man.
Way to drop all night.
Huh?
Way to drop
What'd
the
you
ball.
say? Well,
Way to
hey,
drop
you
the
know.
ball.
Look, man, I can't do everything. I can't.
Thank you, Gory. Thank
you so much,
you.
Gory.
Yes. And
You all right.
And Carrie, thank you. I did see your post. You're awesome. Thank you. And
There
thank
you
you.
go.
Thank you everyone that subscribes. Thank you. Like if you
Yes.
if you go to my homepage, as I'm sure with Jake, if you go to our homepages, you'll see all the channels we're a part of. Just if we'd appreciate it if you just like subscribe to all of them, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so. Very
Now,
much so.
I do have a second channel. I don't have no content, so I'm not going to advertise it yet. But when I get some content up, I'll let you guys know about it.
There you go.
It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but it's definitely something different.
There
So,
you go. All right.
At the end of the day, all that matters is what you care about.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Right.
That's going to
Absolutely.
translate. If you're talking about something you hate, it's not going to last very long.
Corey just
you're
said
not.
movie smoothie because movies are sweet. I like that.
That's
All right,
That's a
I'm
pretty
writing
good
it down. I like everyone's pitching some good ideas, man. I like it. I like it a lot.
Man.
Gory, I saw your comment about the gremlins in the blender, and now I'm thinking, okay, what if I do an intro where it's like blender scenes from horror movies? You know what I mean? Or just movies in general, like that involve a blender or a smoothie or something. I could like make that a whole intro. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. So that's funny though. I like that.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
Carrie.
What do you mean from the back?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Nothing like a
Whoa.
good back hug.
Whoa.
What?
Wait a minute.
Especially when it's a surprise. Like I love when Jake just sneaks up behind me, a surprise, and just gives me a good old
Wow.
back hug.
Does he
'Cause it-
whisper? Does he whisper like
Does he
that?
whisper like that? I mean,
You have to whisper. If you don't whisper, it doesn't count. Then he's got to start all over.
Ooh.
You got to get like really close to the ear too, so you can like feel the moistness of my
the
breath.
moistness.
Oh.
That's almost like in the Marvel movies when they were doing Hail Hydra, like going up to each other's ears and stuff. Like, what's going on here?
Hail Hydra.
The humidity of your breath is on my neck.
Every breath you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you.
Jake
Oh my
Steve, Jake will
gosh.
be behind you.
No.
You guys, that song just sparked a movie, Cat's Eye. That is a great.
Oh yeah.
that is
yeah,
an
yeah.
incredible movie. That,
Oh, man.
like,
We were
as
just
soon as-
talking about that the other night, weren't we?
Yes, that's the
Yes.
movie on your night. You and I were talking about it on your stream where the
okay.
Yes,
the
you're
cat
right.
tries to take the breath out of the kid and the
Yeah.
and it shoves a little troll into the fan, like cuts it up, and it was Cat's Eye. That's the name of the movie.
But just when you were trying to explain it, and it was just so funny because you were like getting into it and I'm like, wait a minute, is that Cat's Eye? We were trying to figure it out, and I think it was someone in the chat
Someone in the chat.
said, yes, it is Cat's Eye. It's like,
Yeah.
thank
dang.
goodness for
It's
thank goodness for the
little,
chat.
gremlin thing.
Yes, that's the one, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to
It's a great
suck
one.
the air out of the kids when
Kid's
she's
mouth, yeah.
asleep.
Oh man.
Dude.
Cat saves the day.
Cat saved the day big time. If I remember right, it was so bad. Like the effects were just so rough.
Yeah, I mean,
Remember
it's
the
an old
80s.
movie, but
It's
yeah.
old,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, but
Oh,
it's
man.
It's worth it as a watch party.
dude, that movie,
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah. Oh, that'd be a
Yes.
great watch party movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my
that movie's like one of those things where like it's like 3 movies in one. Because the movie starts out as like something completely different, and then it transitions into like another completely different movie, and then it turns into like the gremlin sucking the soul.
Yes.
Just
It's like
saying
a
it,
Twilight
it's
Zone
like,
or
wow.
something where he goes to little stories.
Jake's my gremlin. He sucks the soul out of me nightly.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
oh.
I'm not going to confirm or deny that on stream. But,
Wow. Solid.
A lot of accusations going around, man.
A
Rough.
bunch of accusations. Accusations flowing around.
Harry said,
Okay.
Damn.
Wow.
Wow.
Wait a minute, man.
I know.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know what
You
that's
haven't seen
from.
Hot Tub Time Machine?
Oh God, you're right. I haven't seen that in
It's
so
been a
long.
minute.
White Buffalo.
Dude, you're
I-
always talking about stuff, and we're always looking at you like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It's okay, Carrie. I got the reference.
Doing?
It's okay.
Oh man.
So,
God,
so
Zoe.
true.
I
I
thought-
sat in the closet and watched.
At first I didn't think the word was sit. I was going to say, wait a minute, what?
You know, there is indoor plumbing now, thankfully. Times have changed. It's the modern era.
It's the modern era.
Speaking of movies, there's a reference for everything. That reminds me of Not Another Teen Movie when he's like, "You're telling me no one's ever taken a shit on your chest?"
Oh, yes. I remember that. Yeah. Dude.
He's like,
You're
"I'm
telling-
appalled."
Oh my
Like,
God.
how dare you?
What are we
Or
doing
Euro
here?
trip. He's the girl, I'm the girl. Sometimes we're both the girl. It's pretty hot.
Wow.
Fate, you're on some shit today, bro.
He is, man. What have you been eating?
It's called lack of sleep. It's called I got like 2 hours last night, so
Nice.
we're trying to push through. We're trying to keep the energy high.
Literally, you're trying to push through. Literally.
Right. Did a little bit of bump of coke and some meth, and we're woo.
He is ready to go. You can live stream all night now.
Wow. Dude.
How do you think he pumps out all that content? I mean, come on.
Right?
Come on.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
I'm Amber Heard in a courtroom. That's it.
Oh man.
God.
Boo.
Real quick, do we think she really bumped coke? I do. I really do.
I think, you know what I do think? I think if any of us are going to get canceled first, it's going to be
For
Fate.
what? For
No,
believing,
Yes.
for believing Amber Heard did a line?
No, I'm just messing with you. That's just like everything that came out of your mouth in the past like 5 minutes is like, holy
And
shit,
it's
bro.
been like,
yeah,
consistent.
it just keeps
Like,
going up.
there's
I'm just
no
like,
commercial.
I'm like, bro, something. You're about to say some shit right now. No, I'm kidding.
Right?
Yeah.
You can't get
The
canceled
rest
if
of
you
us
don't
are just
care.
going like,
The only people
You
that
can't
get
get canceled if you delete your Twitter account, bro.
They're even post on Twitter. So, yeah.
oh, sweet goodness. All right.
Man.
Extron said Fate is drunk. Oh God.
I wish.
Oh Lord. Hey, here was there you go. Here was a good comment that caught me a little bit earlier. Extron was saying Roman's reveal wasn't obvious, but I hate that he was barely in the movie and that he didn't have a scene with Sydney before the reveal. Do you guys agree with that?
100%.
Or did that bother you with his reveal? The fact
I
that he
think the
didn't have a
whole
scene with
reveal
Sydney?
was not very. I mean, okay, so let me rephrase this. I thought Roman, his character doing the reveal was great. I think the process leading up and the process in the reveal was terrible and poorly executed. Like that's like I loved Roman as a character, and I thought that reveal where he took the ghost face mask off and he's in the robe and stuff, like that was great. But the fact he had to spend 10 minutes to explain everything that just happened, and Sydney's like, "Who are you?" Like that is terrible from a movie standpoint. I just think that they had everything there to line up to easily explain Roman. I mean, you had the picture and stuff. Like it should have been established, or even just when Sydney showed up, if she was like, "Yeah, I've always known I had a brother." Like there you go.
Right.
At least she's aware of it, and that transition better. But like, yeah, nobody knew what was going on. The audience didn't even know what's going on.
Right.
I agree with you about the setup. The setup to it is not like the Fate, like he's pretending to be dead and all that. It's just like, I don't know. Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah. What'd you think about it, Steven?
Oh, I have no problem with it at all. In fact, I remember when I watched it in the theaters, I was on pins and needles the entire time when Roman was describing who he was because I was dying to know. I was like, when he's going through there and he's explaining it, I was just like just completely locked into the screen,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, what? I want to know. Tell me, because this isn't what's happening. So I actually enjoyed the reveal, and I didn't have a problem with him and Sydney not having a scene together. I don't think he would have been able to hold his stuff together. Honestly, I think that if he would have ran into her earlier, I think it would have been game over because he was so much pent up against her. So
Mm.
I think them not seeing each other was actually made sense to me. Yeah.
I do like it. Like I will say that I do. I think I like that whole little aspect. I think I agree with Fade about the build up to it. It's a little weak, but like when he's actually like going on about like everything, it's like, oh, that's cool. It's maybe not as powerful as when Billy Loomis is saying all that shit, basically like the same kind of stuff to him. To Sydney, I mean, in the third act of that movie, because like that's her boyfriend, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh my god, you're responsible for what happened to my mom. Holy shit! So I feel like maybe it's not as powerful, but it's still a good. I think it's still a pretty damn good third act.
I think the third act as a whole is great. I thought Roman's dialogue was great. I thought the act, the fight sequences were fantastic.
Chase scenes,
chase scenes,
chase were good.
I thought it was very well done. Like from the scope of like the third act, but like I said, the lead up to it was just terribly executed. And I think if they would have just have sewed that up, I think Scream 3 would have been one of the better Scream movies. Like I just think that was a big problem. I just think like it was too confusing at times, and it was a little bit all over the place at times, which is understandable given what happened behind the scenes. But
right.
If they could have just kind of sewed it up a little bit and had it transition nicely, I think it would have been great. Because you wouldn't have had to have that 10 minutes. I do agree. I would have been disappointed if Sydney and Roman met prior to that buildup. Totally. So I do like that. But it would have been nice if at least it was established, whether Sydney knew she had a brother or not, but the information to be established, even if it was just to an audience standpoint, right? Like, like that would have been, I think, very substantial. But like, if Sydney would have went into that and, he takes off the mask and he's like, director and brother, like, and she's like, you're my brother. Like that would have been, I think, like a better delivery. Like, I think it would have been more impactful. Because even the whole time, like even the like hand thing, like where you like hold it, like I understand it's her brother, but he's a stranger. Like you don't know the guy, you don't care about the guy. Just the first time you ever met him, he tried to kill you. Like,
right.
He killed your friends and stuff. Like like I just thought like that was a little silly. Like all right, like build up, tell the story, great third act, boom. But
although I'm sorry, Jake.
No. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, but if you look at it from the point of the fact of what happened to the mother, I think maybe she was kind of projecting that onto him as far as the tragedy that happened to her mother and the tragedy she experienced, the love that she had for her mother, and knowing that he felt that way, but obviously was psychotic and didn't handle things the right way. Maybe that looking at it from that point of view, I was okay with the ending, the hand holding and stuff like. Because it was almost a way to me. It was almost a way for her to be at peace with it all, including Maureen. Because obviously at the end of the movie, she was free. She was healed, so to speak. So that's the way I looked at it. I didn't have any issue with the hand thing at the end, because I wasn't looking at it like her doing it like, oh, you're my lost brother, and I'll miss you. I didn't look at it like that.
So I'm curious how you guys feel about this, because me and Matt were talking about, we did a lot of research going into not just like the Scream movies, but a lot of like behind the scenes, like real life killings with a ghost face mask and stuff for Red Right Hand. And when we watched through all the movies again, and we both agreed that like the more you watch 2, the less we like it, and the more you watch 3, it's the opposite. Like the more I watch 3, the more I like it. The more I watch 2, the less I like it, honestly. So it's weird. How do you guys kind of agree with that? I'm just curious how you guys feel about it.
Well, I definitely can say with 3, I've definitely loved it more and more over the years. Not that I didn't love it when I first saw it, but when I first saw it, there were those moments, and we talked about this, those moments where I was like, wait a minute, how did Roman do all that? That doesn't that doesn't make sense. There's got to be someone else, and of course, we didn't see, or it wasn't revealed, that other person, but we know who it was. We really know who it was. But over the years, I've definitely grown to love that one more. I don't know if I'd say I don't know if I'd say I've liked 2 less, but I definitely can see what you mean about 3. I definitely can see what you mean about 3.
I think it goes back to what you talked about earlier. I was talking about 5. I was kind of saying how I didn't have the rewatchability. I think 3 does have great rewatchability, and
I agree.
It gets more fun, and it's like the more you watch it, the more it's. I don't know. It's just for me, and I'm glad you say that, Jake. I've always felt that same way. That the rewatchability is amazing for 3, and if you guys out there watched it once or twice and haven't watched it in 10 years or something like that or longer, give it another chance. I'm telling you, go into that movie understanding that there are 2 killers. That will help, I think, for a lot of people. Yeah. And go into it knowing that's happening. And I think and just enjoy the movie. I think it is fun. It's a fun movie. So I love it. And then I think all 4 are rewatchable.
Yeah. I think I think Scream 3 is definitely like I originally wasn't high on it, and then the more I watch it, the more I like it. I still think it's one of the lesser sequels, but I still I appreciate it. I'll enjoy it. If it's on, I'm not I'll turn that off. The thing with 2 is I felt 2 was very well structured, but I understand why people aren't very high on 2. It was a very slow burn film. It was very it took a long time, or at least it felt that way. It took a long time to get to the real meat and potatoes and things like that. And then the whole Mickey just being in the movie for 10 minutes and then not, and then he's the killer. It's
right.
It's got the worst mystery, man. That's my thing about it. The second one,
you just don't
I don't know.
You just don't like the
No.
You don't like Debbie Salt. Let's be honest. You don't like Debbie Salt.
You should do a video on that where it's your face going this, and then a picture of Laurie Metcalf as Debbie Salt, and it'd be a versus in between. That'd be great.
Despite that, because yes, I'm going to be honest, I just don't, despite her performance at the end, which I think is really over the top, a lot of people disagree. That's totally fine, whatever. I think the setup for her reveal is awful. Those are the most that's the most punch in kind of shots I've ever seen in my life for a murder mystery. It feels like they filmed the whole movie. They had a plan for maybe Derek to be the killer or something. Yes. And then they're that doesn't work. Let's punch in these shots with Laurie Metcalf randomly because she's only in shots with Gale Weathers. And then the other killer is Mickey, who disappears from the second half of the movie. And then the entire second act of that movie is just trying to convince you that Cotton Weary is the killer when he's just blatantly not going to end up being the killer. I don't know. That's my problem with it. And it's just it's okay, but it's definitely my least favorite Scream film now. 100%.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
know.
All right.
I love hearing you talk about Debbie Salt.
That's why I give him a hard time every time I can about it. That's
you
why
can see the excitement in him. And
oh my god,
your face turns red.
I so passionately dislike her. I don't know, man. It's
dude, I'm gonna say that. Canceled.
Yeah, I know. Right.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this live, and I know you're busy as hell, but if you ever get a chance, even if it's a 10-minute video on Debbie Salt and your vibes on it, that would be awesome to see.
I'm doing it at this point. I'm gonna, because there's more reasons than just surface level stuff like that I don't like her. But one day we'll get into all that.
How about this? How about wait a year and then when Scream 6 comes out and they've replicated the Debbie Salt reveal with a new character, but it's a guy, it's a father this time. Then you can do it, and you can. It's actually both together.
It's gonna be Laurie Metcalf, but she's a cyborg. Bro, I would throw my popcorn up in the air and be like, "Fuck," and just walk out, bro.
Oh no,
Tara's father.
I know. I'm telling you, just wait. You wait and see.
Jake hates Mrs. Loomis.
Dang, that's sad.
Poor Laurie.
I'm making I'm doing it. I'm so doing it now. Right.
Let's be honest, Jake. You're just really salty for Debbie Salt.
Maybe I'm biased just because I love Mickey. Like I
do too.
He's one of my favorite Ghostface. Like his story is just so intriguing, but it is very underwhelming. It is very disappointing in the way they went about it. Like a serial killer turned Ghostface.
He's overshadowed by Mrs. Loomis, though. That's my number one biggest reason why I don't like Mrs. Loomis, because it's like that could have been Mickey had the potential to be the number one best Ghostface killer. I think.
Yeah, he did.
100. I could not agree more with that. But overshadowed by Mrs. Loomis, a lot.
Kevin was intentional. I mean, I think he wrote intentionally because of who she was, being Billy's mom. He wanted her to get the main focus, and Mickey was just a lackey. A lackey. Yeah, in the story, and so that I think that's why he was so overshadowed, is because it was supposed to be about her. Excuse me, her, not really Mickey. He was just kind of the afterthought. He was a Charlie kind of character,
I'm sure it's also the actor and actress at the time. Laurie Metcalf was much bigger than Timothy Olyphant at that time.
Right.
Of course you want to get her some more shine, and maybe the director was like, this guy Jake is going to be born next year, and
fuck that guy.
And I just
we're going to mess him up right now.
Right now there's a baby in the nursery that.
There's one thing that makes me happy about all this. If Scream 6 does end up just copying 2 verbatim with the ending, I know everyone who watches our videos is just gonna be thinking to themselves Jake is gonna be so pissed. I know everyone's gonna be thinking that, and that honestly that brings me some kind of weird joy. So fuck it.
You're like, oh man, Jake's gonna be freaking.
Jake's gonna hate this.
You just see all the reviews for Scream 6. It's just instead of 5 stars, it's just Jake's face lit up, one face. The review is Jake's gonna hate this.
Hey, look, you'll see people in the theater when it happens, they'll be nudging, dude, Jake's gonna hate this shit.
Oh, I'll be laughing. I'll be smiling. If this movie's trash,
I'll laugh too.
If that happens,
honestly,
dude, come on, man. That's gonna be that'll be the saving grace.
Because of all this, I'll just start crying laughing. Probably, I'll just be like, oh my god, I cannot wait to talk about this.
Man.
You'll probably see the movie before me because you're ahead of me. But for whatever reason, if I do, I'll say if it is like that, I'll just send you a Jordan crying meme.
Oh
yeah.
There you go.
Oh my god!
Wow,
too funny.
Oh hey, Guy is here. Guy Busick, dude. Don't make one of these older guys, the killer, right? Or a father.
Exactly.
There you go. Change the script.
Jake really wants you to bring Laurie Metcalf back.
Yeah. Bring her back as a cyborg, bro.
Back. Oh my god, dude! What if she? Oh man.
What if it was her? What if it was her, but it was she was playing a different character, just to piss Jake off?
Oh man.
She's playing a reporter name.
Yeah. And she has a lot of screen, and she has a lot of screen time too, man.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, I'm telling you this right now. If Tom Segura or whatever, if he's only in scenes with Gale Weathers in this next movie and he ends up being the killer, that's also gonna make me lose my mind too. I don't know. I gotta get off my damn soapbox here. Oh god.
Oh man.
Yeah, buddy. Watch out.
Jeez.
Do you think that the detective is gonna be the killer this time? You think they'd actually do that?
I'm leaning more towards Segura, I'll be honest with you, if I had to pick the new guy they just announced.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards the cop.
Man,
Cop.
a police force Ghostface though would be cool.
Yeah.
They have so many weapons and tools in their arsenal. It would make sense. And think about this too, guys. New York City is a much bigger city than basically anything we've dealt with in the past. Yeah. So this has got to be somebody who has the Ghostface killer. This has got to be somebody who has some kind of some resources, kind of thinking like an economist, using everyone to his advantage. It's got to be something like that. It can't just be a 17-year-old or something. It can't just be a college kid, I feel, this time
That's
around.
true too, man. That's true. And Carrie just said no fathers or mothers or brothers or sisters or nieces or uncles.
That would be nice. Yes.
Or aunts. That would be nice.
What about
no second cousins?
No cousins. Please, no cousins. Wouldn't that suck?
Here's the problem.
Billy's
When you cast
cousin.
Billy's cousin. Oh no, Billy's third cousin.
What's up? I'm
On his
Jared
mother's
Loomis.
side.
Well, Cheryl Lewis,
Jared
He's just eating a
Loomis.
Subway sandwich.
dude. Listen,
Bro.
man. I gotta tell you
Half
something.
cousin.
This Gory's comment got me thinking of something about Dermont. So whenever I went to see Scream 5, I had like 6 people with me, and one of them was my nephew. No, I don't mean a little kid. He wasn't. Oh, he was in his 20s. I don't take little kids to movies like that. Soapbox, as you could tell. Anyway, so we said before and he didn't even like see a trailer. He went in blind, and he said, "Man, I heard what's his name, Jack Quaid is in this from The Boys. Super hot actor like right now." I said, "Yeah." I said, he's a killer. I guarantee it. You're not going to bring him in and he's not the killer, dude. He nailed it just by the cast list. And so when Gory brought this up, I thought to myself, he probably has out of the core 4 and the legacy, he probably has the most. Well, he's older, obviously, so he has more experience. He probably is the most known actor that we've
Most
seen.
star power of the new people.
More star power, which
Absolutely.
almost, if I'm going to go back to I think of my nephew, and I'm like, you know what, that may be the guy who's going to be the killer because of who he is as an actor, and so they may be airmailing it in.
Also, I mean, Mikey Madison wasn't like huge. Like, yeah, she's been in a Tarantino movie. Okay. Like,
Right.
that's pretty big. That's awesome. But I mean, she's
Yeah.
not like the biggest actress of all time. I did some research on her, dude. She used to be like like she rode horses like professionally and shit, and then just decided to get into acting. I'm just like, what? That's so cool. And then she ended up being a Ghostface killer. It's just like, holy shit. It's
Wow.
cool.
That's
So-
You just riding a horse one day, like I'm sick of this shit. I'm being.
yeah, like
It's like, good for
apparently,
her,
man. Good for her, dude. I
Yeah.
think she's awesome. So
Yeah.
Some stars, man. She was all right. Wow.
So I have a question for you guys. Do
Sure.
you think with these 4 new people plus Dermont, sorry, whatever his name is, I never remember it. That's
Dermot.
5. Dermot, thank you, Dermot. Plus the new 4, that's 5 newbies. Plus the core 4, that's 9. Plus Hayden
Kirby.
is 10.
Yep.
Plus Gale
Gale
is 11. And we talked recently about
Yes, we did.
where do we
That
want to
number.
stop that. I think if we go any more, guys, we're going to be getting into the same thing. So do you guys think this is it? Are we going to get any more? Is this the final lineup?
I think
hope-
we get anywhere between 3 and 5 more.
I want at least
3
one
and
more
5
person.
more?
I think
I want one more.
I think we get at least 3 to 5 more. I really
It's
do.
too many.
Wow.
It's New
Unless you
York
just-
City, though.
Yeah,
like
that's
there's a
my
bunch of
point,
people.
yeah.
But dude, it's
Yeah.
not that it's New York City. It's an hour and 54 minutes. That's what it is.
An hour and
I mean,
54
we
we
minutes
don't,
in New
we
York.
don't know that. Like, what if this movie's 2.5 hours? I mean, we don't.
It won't
know
be.
yet.
No,
We don't know
Fate,
that.
you know that.
No,
Come
it could
on,
be two.
man.
It could be 2 hours. It could be like a little over 2
okay,
hours.
It could
6
be-
more
yeah,
minutes.
Let's say 2
Look,
hours.
two-
And let's say
2
2
hours
hours,
and-
and 15 minutes or 10 minutes. Like,
Okay,
you know,
maybe 10.
Like-
The longest Scream movie we've ever gotten is 203. And that was Scream 2. That's the longest. They've all been under 2. And they had to cut Scream 5 from 2 hours and 27 minutes to 154.
Okay,
So
okay.
I'm just saying. That's all.
Well,
I mean,
but
I'm not
here-
saying it can't go over 2, but it won't be much.
Hear me out on this though, too. Longer movies are more popular nowadays
Yeah,
than they were
especially-
back in the
that's a good-
90s.
that's actually really
Like, look at dude, like all the new Marvel movies are like 2 hours at least. Like, dude, like how long was like Endgame? Wasn't that like near like 3
Yeah, but
hours?
They're
Yeah, it
all
was.
long though. Marvels are
250.
like crazy long. In fact, they're always over 2. I mean, Scream 5 was that was this year, and that was still at 154.
But
So-
that was also a movie that was like getting the foot back in the door for the franchise. Now I feel like they have a little more like, okay, they can be a little more lenient
They're a
with the
little
new
more
the new
comfortable.
film. So if they're like, hey, we want to put out like a 2.5 hour long Scream film, maybe the studio's like, okay. I mean, hey, you made
I
us
hope so.
140 million last
I
time,
hope so,
so
too.
well, not,
But-
not-
But
not
Jake,
just
you
that.
think there's only going to be one more?
one more. One more.
cast?
Honestly, I do. I'm kind of more. I lean more towards Fate on this one. Honestly, I think there
3
is
to
going to
5.
be more. Yeah, probably like 3 to 5. But I want at least Samara Weaving to be in this goddamn film. Listen, I don't
Opening
like.
kill.
Craven, I know what you said. It would probably be obvious that she would, yes, either be the opening killer or the killer. I don't care. I don't even care. I just want to see her either be killed by Ghostface or be Ghostface. I don't care if it's obvious.
Oh my God.
Fair. Hey, you knew where she was the killer and babysitter. It didn't matter.
Yeah, right.
She's great.
Yeah. But one more thing too is like you said, Craven. Like the longest movie we've gotten is Scream 2, right?
Yes.
This is their Scream 2, you know. So it's very likely that they push this even farther. Like I don't think it's gonna be like a 3-hour movie, but I wouldn't be shocked at all if we get 2 hours and like 20 minutes, 2 hours and 30 minutes. I really wouldn't.
Wow.
You know, because
okay.
Like Jake said, like we are like not just Marvel. Marvel, I feel like set the palette for people's appetites to kind of digest long movies, because we're seeing it more now. Like even in like thrillers, you know, you'll get it like thrillers, and you know even like streaming movies and stuff like will be like 2 hours and 10 minutes or 2 hours and 15 minutes or something like that. And people, I just think we're trained more now to expect longer movies than we ever were. Like, I don't think, you know, if this was 10 years ago, I don't think that they could get away with a 2.5-hour movie. But now it's just like, especially as long as it's good, you know, because people will sit through a movie if it's a great movie. Like the reason you sit through a 2.5-hour Marvel movie is because it's just like boom, 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 one thing after another. And you're just like, oh, wow, like this is amazing. Like,
yes, Carrie, yes, and more yes.
I love that question.
You know, I hate that I'm saying this, but the Samara Weaving factor kind of overrides all that. Like, you know what? I don't even give a shit. If she's like Richie's sister or something, I'll be like, fuck it. It's Samara Weaving.
I don't care.
I can pretend like that's not canon, and I can just pretend it's Samara Weaving being a character. I can always do that. So,
yeah. Sell out. You're a sellout, Jay. Come on, man.
I will sell out for Samara Weaving any day, anytime, anywhere. So,
yes, indeed.
What if Samara Weaving has like a brief, like 2-second cameo? Like, what if Ghostface is just slaughtering everybody at a party, and then like, and then this girl turns around and it's her, and she just gets sliced. Like
she just gets her throat sliced.
And when I get it when I get it on physical media, I'll be like, pause.
Yeah.
And just be like, oh.
Okay, play it. You know,
yeah, play.
I'd be all right. Whatever. You know, I'd be like, okay. I mean, it's not what I wanted, but I'll take it. You know, I'll take it.
Jake's like, I'll take what I can get. You know, It's a dog eat dog world out here, man. Oracle says, do you guys think or like to know what are your thoughts are if predictions if Gail is going to make it out alive in this one? I'm just super stoked to see what happens to her in the new film. All right, I hope she does make it out alive, man. I don't want to see her get killed.
Do you want to hear something spicy?
Like,
potentially spicy?
Always
about
down
Gail?
for some
How
spice.
spice are we talking? Are we talking like Indian spice? Are we talking like Mexican spice?
Oh gosh, the kind of spice that could be hot.
Okay.
wow,
Hot
it could be
spice.
what?
Hot. Okay. Hot.
That was good, man. We're going to new levels.
We are going to new levels. My dogs are in on it. It's a free for all.
No, it's spicy. All right.
It's real spicy.
Uh-oh.
So I told you guys I sit up after my live stream for 5.5 hours and did a video at 4:30 in the morning about the 4 new actors. Now, if you haven't seen it yet, I make a point about something in the article I find very interesting, and it's this: the article lists the new actors, and then it gives a rundown, and it says, in fact, you know what? Rather than me even reading and thinking of it, let me just read it to you verbatim. All right? Check this out. Here we go. Deadline exclusive. Jack Champion, Liana Liberato, I'm going to butcher the names, just roll with it. Devin Nakota, Josh Segarra are the latest additions in the Scream installment, blah, blah, blah. Melissa Barrera, Jasmine Savoy Brown, Mason Gooding, and Jenna Ortega are reprising their roles after making their first appearance in the last sequel. And then it says at the end, Hayden Panettiere is returning to reprise her role, and Dermot Mulroney is also on board. And then that stops. Who is missing from that list, gentlemen?
Gail.
There's no Courtney Cox.
Courtney. Yeah.
Completely ignored. So either it's a mistake, an oversight by the writer. Kind of hard to. How would you miss that? But okay, maybe. or there's been a change, guys, that's not been made public, because we've got no official announcement from Spyglass yet that Gail's on board. We've got no announcement from Gail's own socials that she's back. And they conveniently just forget her when they make a point to even mention Hayden and Dermot. They mention everyone that's been announced, and there's no Courtney. And all of my check engine lights started going off when I read that. I said, wait a minute. Is there something going on that we're going to find out about in a month or two? I just want to throw it out there. It's a little
We're going to
spicy.
see the movie and there's going to be no Gail.
There's no Gail. She's just gone.
I don't know how you do that in this is in New York. Like,
Yeah.
like, if they didn't establish her in New York, like if she was like in Chicago, like Sydney, then okay, I'd be like, okay, that could be a possibility. But yeah, I still have the movie in New York. Like, I mean, unless they already had everything lined up, and maybe with what happened with Nev, maybe Courtney said, no, I don't want to be a part of this no more. I mean,
that's what I'm wondering.
I mean, it's a possibility, but you'd imagine she was already contracted, so she'd probably have to at least obligate that.
No, she just give the money back. Just break it, dude. Just break the contract. You give the money back, and there's, I mean, I don't know.
Food and stuff like it's like I mean,
could,
like,
I guess, but
you know, because they
do they want any more bad press? I mean, really?
It depends, you know.
I think it would be nearly impossible now to do a film in New York City without Gale Weathers. I mean, I don't know. I do see what you're saying though, because like just about everyone has, like, we've seen something of them in Montreal at this point or something. You know, we've seen some shots of them filming, or like even with the new cast, like they posted on Instagram, they're like, we're traveling, we're getting out somewhere, and it's like, what could that be? Deadline just reported that yesterday. So I mean, I feel like it would be weird if she wasn't in the film for that reason, but also, does it work better maybe if none of the legacy characters are in this film and it's just kind of a departure? I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's one of those weird things, because we were also talking about how strange it would be to have a movie with Gale Weathers and no Sidney Prescott, because if that's the case, that's also going to feel weird.
Yeah.
We'll have Kirby.
The other thing is too is that, you know, I mean, we do have confirmation that Courtney's in the movie because of Jenna. Like she
No, that was before, dude. That was before, because when that interview came out, they asked her on the red carpet, and they said, started talking about Nev Campbell, and she was like, well, I don't really get into any of the technical stuff. Nev had not announced it yet.
No, I know, but you can't tell me that they didn't know about it. It was literally the day before the convention thing. Like, of course, you know, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, we do have that confirmation. I mean, like I said, I mean,
Gail wasn't at the conventions either. Remember that. She doesn't do the Courtney Cox.
Yeah,
she wasn't there with Skeet and all them. So
no,
I'm not saying. I'm just saying it's possible. I'm not saying it's happening.
Of course it is. Of course it is. I mean, yeah. I mean, it is definitely possible. She might feel spited, or, you know, like, look at it as like, you know, I can't believe you did what you did to Nev. But I mean, I like I said, I just think like she was already on board. She was contractually obligated. Yeah, she could give the money back and stuff, but there's a lot of things that go into that. It's not as simple as just like, here's your money, I don't want to be in the movie no more. Like, so that's a big thing too. But I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I mean, imagine we just go to the movie and there's no Gale.
I know. I mean, like I say,
like, oh shit.
It's not a soapbox for me. I mean, I'd love to have Gale. When I read the article, I'm like, what's going on here? What do these people? What does this writer know that maybe we don't? And maybe we will find out one day. I don't know, but completely ignored her.
I mean, it could just be that they're all like the newer characters, you know, like Courtney. I know the core 4 is coming back. Yeah, but Hayden wasn't in Scream 5. You know what I mean? Like, there's people that don't really know about her. I mean, she hasn't even acted in, like, you know, 10 years, something like that. So I mean, everybody on that list is the newer people, you know. So I mean, that could be the way that the writer was looking at it too. It's just maybe, like, you know. Hopefully. I don't need to mention Gale because Gale.
Yeah, I hope so.
And there's been no shots of her now. Now they may not have done any scenes with her yet, but I noticed that all the leaks that have come out, there was Jasmine, there was Mason, there was Tara. There's been nothing. Melissa's been there. Nothing from Courtney yet, but we don't know what the sequence they're filming in order anyway.
Yeah. Right. I will say one other thing too about like the concerns about, oh, this movie's going to be so different from what we've gotten in the past. I've seen many franchises. Like, I feel like, to me, when franchises start to go downhill is when they start doing the same thing over and over again, and that's when people start losing interest. It's when you decide to stop implementing new ideas and you start just keep repeating stuff from the past that worked. That's when franchises die more times than not. Like you'll have a bad sequel that tries some new things every once in a while. I mean, there's plenty of those, but there's also plenty of franchises that have kept themselves alive by doing new things. I mean, dude, there's 12 Friday the 13th movies, and those movies are constantly criticized for all being exactly the same, but they're not. They all those movies do something wildly different. Like by the sixth entry, you have Jason doing meta humor and all this. It's super out there. People love Jason Lives. The seventh film has a character that they really dive into the supernatural. It's Carrie versus Jason, essentially. That to me is so much more interesting than if they would have just had Jason come and kill a bunch of camp counselors. You know what I mean? Again, like I'm interested in seeing that new element added to it. So I don't know. I would rather the Scream franchise take a new direction if they wanted to, opposed to just, hey, let's just have another film set in Woodsboro. We'll have another Loomis killer. Let's just do that again. I would much rather see this riskier film any day of the week over another film set in Woodsboro with another Loomis. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just my take on it. So.
No, I agree. And it's so true, because you have to do something different, because you're just going to lull your audience to sleep, basically, because they're going to know what to expect. They'll be like, yep, okay, we're going to get this, we're going to get that. Okay, when's the reveal going to happen? Okay, so I agree is that, if these guys want to keep this franchise going and be fresh, they've got to push the boundaries. And I'd rather see them do that and maybe not, hit all the marks, rather than getting a film that's basically a rehash of 5 or a rehash of 2. You know what I mean? I really want to, I want them to stretch it a little bit. That'd be fantastic. And especially with this franchise even more than, like you were saying, Jake, and it's true about Friday the 13th, from really every movie, they were a little bit of something different, because they changed some elements. But the thing about Scream is the story is so integral to what makes it good. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about story. It's all about characters. It's all about mystery. It's all about the whodunit. It's not, a gore fest. It's not a kill fest. We're not, Ghostface is in the movie, but it's not just about Ghostface. If anything, he takes kind of a little bit of a backseat to the characters and what they're involved with, as opposed to something like Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th or Halloween. So if anything, they've got to take the chance more than those, I don't want to say regular franchises, but those other franchises. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Apollo was making an interesting comment. And by the way, yo, Apollo, saying, guys, Nev is on record saying she won't be in a Scream film if Sydney dies. If true, why do we need future films with her if we know that she can't die?
Because they could write her as dead in this next film very easily.
That's well,
they could.
I don't think they will. I think
Bad
that
move
would
if
be-
they
yeah,
do it.
Yeah, a horrible fucking move. But
I don't think that'll happen. But I mean, I personally am glad that we're moving off of Nev. I mean, I wouldn't have been upset if she was in the movie. Like, of course, like if she's there, I'm not gonna be like, man, like no, like I grew up with her. But I just think that like we have these characters, we have this direction, we have all these things. Like, let's go with that. Let's see what happens. We're never gonna know what Scream can become as long as Nev is in the movies. And whether she's the main focus or not, we all sit there and anxiously wait for her to pop up. And then once she pops up, she steals the spotlight. Everything else becomes
here's my
irrelevant,
question.
and we just want to see,
But here's my question. And I think this is what Apollo kind of means, is that, because she's been so focal, for the franchise, it's basically saying, because we know Nev's stance on not wanting Sydney to ever die, what makes her character, why do we need the character? Because we know that she's not going to die. I think that's kind of where he's coming from.
Yeah. I mean, but
I mean, in other words, does that make you like her character any more or less, or do you still, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think that's what, because
I don't think it sways me one way or another, because I mean, when it comes to the final girls, like especially at this point, we know Sydney's not going to die. I mean, I have talked about how I wish Nev wouldn't have said that publicly, that she would have kept it behind closed doors. Because if she would have came back, that kind of just takes away all of the, like, especially after you kill Dewey, now you have that thought in the back of your mind of like, you know, if you put Sydney in a compromising situation, you're like, no way, are they really about to kill Sydney? Like, we know deep down they're not going to, but you still have that moment of like, oh shit. But I think that was all dissolved once, you know, she openly said that. But I don't think, I mean, whether she lived forever. I mean, if Nev wants to be in Scream 20, she's going to be in Scream 20. Like, you know, but I just think at this point, like, you have your establishment, you did the fan film, like, it's time. I mean, how much more are we going to force feed her into these movies? You know, like, to eventually you're going to get to a point where either you're going to dilute the character's not going to be as loved anymore, or you're going to get to the point where it's like, you probably should just kill her. Like, you know, and so, yeah, that's my thing with it.
What about you guys?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think that they could work her into the story again. I think it's possible. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if they were planning on killing her too. There's that element of this question too. Like, did Radio Silence want to kill her? Is that maybe part of all of this? I don't know. I feel like you can work her into the story naturally where she doesn't have to die. But if she's not going to be in it, I also kind of agree with Fate. Like, it's kind of like there's a part of me that's excited about where the franchise can go without having to be tethered to something like we have to work in a character like this. Like, how when you have more creative freedom like that with writing a story, this just goes for any movie in general. Like, you're going to have a better product, I feel, especially because Radio Silence didn't write Sidney Prescott as a character. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't come up with that. Whatever they come up with next is not exactly going to be exactly what Kevin Williamson wanted for the character. So if anything, I'm kind of more excited to see where the franchise goes now without her. And I know that's like, it sucks. Like, the situation itself sucks with what happened with Nev Campbell. So I don't want it to be like this, but there is a part of me that's like, I'm excited to see what Scream can become without that thing, without that thing tethering them down to a certain, like, we have to write plots a certain way like this. Let's see what they can do without Sidney Prescott for a movie. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm just curious to see how it happens, man. That's why I'm maybe even more excited for this film than 5, just because I'm curious to see what this franchise is without Sidney. I'm curious what they can do without one of their biggest weapons.
Interesting. Did you have anything you wanted to add to that, Craven?
I mean, I've always been on record in saying I've loved Sidney, and I would love to see her in all the movies. And, you know, I mean, there's, you know, I think about, and again, I know it's not the same, so I probably shouldn't even bring it up because it's not really the same thing. But, you know, there are movies like Agatha Christie, Jake, you brought up earlier, I think. I'm pretty sure you brought it up. And you think about Perrier, not Perrier, I think that's something you drink. Perrier. Perrier, whatever. And, you know, Mrs. Marble, I think, is one of her characters, too, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, these characters that you see these movies, and you see her or him in all of these movies, right? And I know he's not being chased after to be killed, so that's what I'm saying. It's not apples to apples. But I always would be perfectly fine, like, seeing Sidney be that kind of character where she's when you go see Scream, we're going to see what's new in Sidney's life. You know, we're going because of her character. Like, I want to see what's going on, and I want to see what the next case Perriot is investigating, or Perot is investigating when I watch these movies. Or like Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile, the new ones. I want to see, you know? And so, like, I'm going to see what happens to him and what he has to do. Now, I know that being chased and being killed, I mean, like Fate says it all the time, and it's true. Like, how many people want to kill Sidney Prescott? But that's how I see you have to evolve the story to where she's not always the target, but she's always close to the target, maybe, or she knows them, or she's steps in and helps, like kind of what we saw in 5. Although it was, I wish there was more of her in 5 than what we got. But so I've always been of that opinion. But now we're in a situation where that's not happening because these business executives, you know, whatever the deal was, they didn't make the deal that Nev felt was fair. So now I can't have that so I have to see what it's going to look like without her. And I've never seen a Scream movie without her. So I don't know. I just hope that it's done well. And again, this is I think more pressure than the 5 is on Radio
yeah.
Silence now. The pressure has gone up.
Oh yeah.
Tenfold.
Yeah.
The pressure was huge even before the Nev thing to me.
It was.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? 'Cause it was kind of like, okay, you guys had your you got your foot in the door, and not that it was easy, but obviously you leaned on the legacy, of the franchise to help a little bit, which was a smart thing, and anyone with brains would have done. But now you're kind of you're out in the middle of the lake. Are you going to be able to swim?
That's right.
Swim.
Is it possible that they feel less pressure now because they don't have to worry about Nev? They don't have to worry about now they can just essentially like Jake was saying earlier. Now you're open, you're free. Your creative juices can get flowing, and you can do now whatever you want, and you don't have to try to fit this puzzle piece. Because I agree, Craven. We want to look into the world of Sydney, but the problem is that beyond how many people want to kill her, even if you just make her and she gets involved, I understand it's a movie, but Scream has always maintained that realism to a degree, and that's something I don't want to lose. And it's how many times could Sydney be in these situations where she's getting stabbed, where she's getting all this stuff, where just by happenstance she dies, or a killer gets lucky, or it's been 10 years, so she doesn't have her guard up and she just gets stabbed to death. At some point, as these movies continue on with her, at some point it gets to the point where it's you almost have to kill her, because now it's getting just it's already unbelievable. How much more are you going to drag that on? And I don't think you could just relegate Sydney to just kind of being an off character that's just in a librarian that's just you can call. And I think people want to see her be a badass. People want to see her, get involved. But it's how many times could she get involved? And how many times would she want to get involved? At some point, you would be I've done this 10 fucking times. I'm tired of taking on Ghostface.
There's a different angle they could write Sydney, though, and this is something I've been wanting to bring up. Because they could also, they've always written Sydney Prescott as getting caught in the middle of the situation, and it's someone going after her. Why don't we have...
What if she goes?
Yeah, what if she's going after Ghostface? What if Ghostface has nothing to do with her this time around, okay? And then it's all about Sydney going, and, she's, she is dedicated, erase 5 from existence for a second. Just pretend that film never happened. Let's say another Scream 5 happens in a different universe where it's all about Sydney Prescott, and she's going to a whole new town that is getting just overrun with killers, and the police force can't do anything about it. She goes to that town to try to stop it, and it's all about her taking... That would be cool. You could make that happen. That could totally... You could have wrote that film, but they decided to just go the route that every other...
You can't do that forever. You got maybe one film with that.
You could do a couple films.
No.
You can make a whole trilogy, I think.
Dude, she could have gone back to school, and she could have, because of all that happened to her, she could have gone into law enforcement as a profile or something.
She's had the ultimate experience for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she goes to be an FBI profiler to work on these copycats, and you could have multiple movies where there's copycat killers are happening, and
but that's never been
she's going to help solve the case. That would be fun, dude.
Yeah, but that's never
I would
been her
so
character.
watch that.
That's never been her character.
It could be. There's 10 years between 4 and 5. There's more than 10 years.
I'm not who I was 10 years ago. A lot of things change.
Yeah, but that you still got to explain. You got to have all that in. I don't know. I'm not saying it wouldn't be bad for a movie. I just don't know if you could do a trilogy with that, because again, it still goes into her being involved and being attacked. So what? She's gonna show up and just not get stabbed. She's just not gonna get. She's just gonna.
She's gonna be a badass, bro. She's gonna be like Ripley, the end of Aliens, with a big old nasty machine gun, and be like, "Fuck you, Ghostface." You know what I'm saying?
She's on the hunt. She's leading the investigation. She's Perot. She's Perot. She's Perot. That's what I'm talking about.
Without the mustache.
But you still have the same dilemma.
No, she has the mustache in my movie, though.
Oh no!
No, but what I'm saying
is
it's still the same end result issue, which is she's getting involved, and the story makes sense, but you still have the same issue, which is she's involved. How many times can she get involved before she just gets killed? You know,
That's kind of that's what you could comment on though. That could be the whole commentary of the movie is like the fact that it's no longer a ghost face going after her. It's her she's going to the danger now. She's going to take it down because she has experience. And it's all these kids who would be like otherwise dead without her help. Like you have Melissa Barrera in this new movie who's a little more competent and she's the son. I mean, she's the daughter of a serial killer. Wow. Canceled. You're done. But like so that like that they wrote that in because they wanted to establish her as a new character, but they didn't even have to do that. Like go back to just like the conceptually Scream 5. It's like conceptually it's kind of the exact same thing we got from every other requel and every other franchise like Jurassic World, Star Wars, everything else where it's like you push the legacy Ghostbusters Afterlife where you push the legacy characters aside, try to establish new characters, but you ultimately run into the same problem no matter what kind of genre you're in. Is you're pushing aside the already established characters to establish new characters. You never have enough time to do that with new characters because you also have to focus on the legacy characters. So it's either, to me, it's like instead of trying to do both in a regular 90-minute movie, either push the legacy characters aside and focus on new characters or build up the legacy characters in a brand new story. I feel like that's the biggest problem with all of these requels, and that's why they kind of pale in comparison to the originals. But do I still like Scream 5? Hell yeah. That's fucking awesome. I still really enjoyed it. But I feel like sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. That's all. That was honestly all I was going to say. I was just going to say, but I feel like, you know, they could have conceptually is where the biggest problem of this whole film was, I think.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to bring something up. What did you think of Ghostbusters Afterlife first off, since you brought that up?
I liked it. It was good.
Okay. What did you think about how they I actually thought it was pretty cool how they like made them. Oh, did you guys see? Everyone saw it?
Yeah,
I don't want to ruin.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, like how they get them.
Well, I just ruined it. If you guys hadn't seen it, I'm sorry.
That scene got me. Fate.
Yeah, well, they got everyone. They had him. Yeah, I was like, that was awesome. That was cool how they did that.
Tear.
Yeah.
Tear.
Although
I loved it. It was great. Yeah.
Although I will say, man, with Jurassic Park and not to give. Have you guys seen Jurassic?
I haven't seen World. I haven't seen the new one yet.
I haven't seen the new one yet. Yeah.
Oh, you haven't? Okay. I'll be quiet then.
I've heard nothing but bad things.
I haven't seen it.
Well, I wanted to check it out myself, but I will say, and it's not a big spoiler, but we know the legacy characters are in it, and I think that they did a pretty good job with the legacy characters. As a matter of fact, when I was talking to a friend of mine, I said, you know, I wish that, you know, Scream 5 could have, you know, handled the legacy characters similar to that. So I'll just say that.
Did you like the movie as a whole though? Because I've heard nothing but bad things about it.
You know, it's funny because I'm going to be honest. I had a good time with it, you know, because I saw it in the theater. So, you know, that's a whole different thing, the experience of it and, you know, and going, you know, in a group or whatever. And, you know, I was able to have my popcorn and everything. It did have some issues, you know, and I do agree with some things I had heard before I saw it, but I don't think it was a horrible film. Now, I do think, but the other thing too is that there are a lot of people that haven't been big on the other two Jurassic World movies. So I'll say, if you liked those, you'll probably be at least somewhat satisfied with this one. But if you didn't like those two, you won't like this one.
Is it better than Fallen Kingdom? That's my one thing. Like, I love the first Jurassic World, didn't love the second one. I'll say that.
Yeah, I think it was better than Fallen Kingdom. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
And look, let me just say, I mean, it's not a spoiler, but look, man, you had the legacy characters back in the movie. That's all I gotta say is they were back in this movie. It wasn't like in Fallen Kingdom where Jeff Goldblum had like 3 seconds of screen time.
Yeah,
which pissed me off. I was like, what?
That's
Jeff Goldblum, you know. So that alone was, you know, seeing Sam Neill and Laura Dern, and I was just like, yes, it was, you know, I'll just say that without spoiling.
I'm going to see it Sunday, I think. I'm going to see it Sunday finally. And there's so many fucking movies right now that I want to see. I just got caught up on some of the other things. So I'm going to see that in Top Gun probably Sunday. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see Top Gun.
The only thing I've been watching right now when I have time, which is rare, but is I watched the first episode of season 3 of Evil. You guys watch Evil? That show's amazing.
I started that a while ago.
Great. That show.
I bet we were gonna all say no.
I don't have time for TV. That's my problem. Like I just cannot. Like I committed to Stranger Things, and that was all I had time for.
Well, so like Evil comes out like one episode every week. So
okay,
it's not like you have to watch. So like every week you have to wait for a new one. And then The Boys, I'm all caught up with The Boys. Although I haven't seen today's episode, but yeah.
Man, The Boys season 3 has been so good so far.
Great. I love it.
If that first episode doesn't hook you, man, I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, it's great. Yeah.
The penis thing, bro, that's so funny.
That was
man.
I'm like, what are we doing right now?
Dude, I couldn't believe what I was watching.
Have you seen the meme where it's like the jumper and it's like it's a dick jumper, like one of the bouncers for the kids, and it's like
I didn't see that.
It's like boy spoilers without context.
Oh shit.
That's great. It really is. It's fantastic.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
Did anyone else hurt after that scene? Like after I watched that, I was like,
ow.
Yeah.
Telling my girls, like, get away from me. Don't even look at it. Don't even think about it.
Don't even look at me.
Don't even look at me.
Go sit down.
I'm on the mend. All right. Yeah, he's been broken. Well, anyway, so we're gonna get ready to end this thing up, I suppose, guys. Anybody got any other channel news that they want to share or anything?
Subscribe to As It Stands. Go right now. Go subscribe to As It Stands, and then after you're done, go to Jake and subscribe to Movie Smoothie. Go
do that. I got a live stream too, so after this, so check that out. Why not?
Nice.
Yeah.
Are
you when are you going at 8?
Okay.
Yeah, 8:00. Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
Cool.
I'll be on at 8:30.
Yeah. Oh, cool. I'm not gonna. I probably won't go for too long tonight. I just want because I posted 3 videos today. I'm like, I don't know if anyone's actually gonna watch my live stream, but hey, you never know. So fuck it. Yeah.
How many people are in the chat or in the stream right now?
We got like 34 people right now.
Okay, 34 people. That is more than enough to get me to 800 subscribers. I'm at 787.
Wow.
There you go,
baby.
13
Work the crowd.
13 more subscribers As It Stands. If you just go to my channel, Fate Decided, you'll see it there. Click it, subscribe, or just type in As It Stands, and you should see it on the homepage. If
Guy
not,
Music is saying I'd be the killer.
That you'd be the killer?
Wow. All right. Well,
if we were all in a Scream movie, Knight would be the killer. Okay.
I would just
Interesting.
Right. I would just let you do what you need.
You'd be really unexpected, Knight. You'd be
probably.
I would not expect you out of anybody. So
like no,
have that
Mr.
going for you.
Ghostface. Please don't
Be
kill
like,
me. Tyler, you don't need to bend over. I'm just going to stab you and kill you. No.
Wow.
No.
Fate, tell me what your favorite scary movie is.
Stab me with your knife.
My God.
Gory, wow. Gory B loved, really enjoyed Dominions. There you go.
Okay.
Extron asked to put my channel in the link, or link in the thing, if you could.
Link in bio.
If not, it's not the end of the world. But
it's not.
Hey, I just want to remind everyone one more time about tomorrow night. That's something we've been working on since I guess April.
Ever.
Yeah, forever. The People versus Stu Macher. There it is, guys.
Get it up.
Get it up, folks. 9:30 tomorrow night at Central Time in my channel. And if you follow me on Twitter, I just tweeted out, not but earlier, I tweeted out another reminder. And if you could just tweet that on your channel, that would be amazing. Copy Matthew Lillard, the official Matthew Lillard, and just want to continue to bring awareness to him. So you never know. We'll see what happens. But even if he doesn't come, I hope all of you will. And
Jake, what are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
I just do that again. Oh my God, you guys are
looks like you're wearing glasses or a visor or something, like
I was trying to be like, go do it. Oh wait, I gotta go the other way. Go
the other way.
Wait.
Do it.
There it is. Tomorrow. Let's go.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh look, and Valerie, she's saying something.
She sure is. I think she's singing something, man.
I'll be there.
Yeah,
thank you,
let's get it up. Let's get it up.
Get it up. Oh yeah. Here we go.
I'll be there.
My way. I'll be there. Yeah. love
stuff.
it.
Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate you for putting the link. Also, Corey B, I appreciate you. Even if you don't like sports, if you just want to support me, like I said, just go subscribe.
She's like, I hate fucking sports, but I'm
I
gonna
hate
subscribe anyway.
sports, but I still subbed. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. That's all I care
She's like,
about.
I got commitment.
Sports ball, yeah.
Yes, yay.
Basketball guy.
Yeah, hey. Like I say, even if you're not a big fan of sports, if you just want to support me, I'd appreciate it. Just trying to get to 1,000 subs.
Subsport you?
Subsport.
I was trying. I was a stretch.
Go hit that support button.
Support you, not support you. Support you.
There you
Hit
go.
that subscribe button.
Yeah, there it is. And I put a link, guys, in the channel right now in the chat, rather, to the event for Stu Mocker. So if you have not clicked over there and smashed that thumbs up button, Fate, what would you say?
What are you doing?
Yeah, that's right. Come on,
That was
man.
the
Let's
quick
go.
version.
I was.
What are you doing?
And Gordy, you're
Dude,
posting
that should be
it
the
too.
new way you do it. You should be like, and if you're not subscribed, what are you doing?
What did he just say?
Dude, you should do that, man. I just coined it. There you go.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Carrie says foosball.
Waterboy, thank you.
Oh man.
Great movie.
Foosball. That foosball.
Mess with that
is the devil.
foosball.
For the one time,
That's
can
the
I please
devil.
get
Yeah,
my-
that's the devil.
I don't have it here, Dino, but I will at 8:30.
2 times.
will
you
it-
dropped the ball.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
Tatum, I appreciate you. I miss you too. I know I haven't been live in a while. I just have a lot going on right now, but I will. I'll be live soon. I promise.
Yeah, man.
I'll
Absolutely.
get back to going live.
All right. Carrie is saying, get it up. Get it up for tomorrow
Get it
night.
up.
yes.
Set your reminders. Tomorrow night we're gonna have a party. All right. Yeah, it's too bad we don't have Gory on to do it. Stu. She's the only one that can do that the right way.
Oh, I know. It's so awesome.
She is.
I have a
All
recording of her saying it, though.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you
buddy.
go. All right, guys. So everyone in the live chat, thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. If you have not liked the video, please do that. We'd help really appreciate it because it would help the channel. And yeah, we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. The collective has
Peace.
spoken.
Bye,
Later.
guys. See you tomorrow night.